Hello and welcome back to Pin My Podfics. This will be the reading of chapter 14 of the fic I'll bleed wherever I want to, bitch, by TanaraRay. And this is chapter 14, and let's get on with it. After that talk in the kitchen, the whole fucking family seems to take that as an invitation to bother him all the fucking time. Like, he opened up to them a literal fucking nanometer of the door, and now they're barging through it with explosives. For fuck's sake! It starts with Duke and Purple, or Stephanie, as he has now unwillingly learned. They just show up at his door the next day and drag him to the kitchen to have breakfast, all the while chattering and bickering, like the natural awkward tension practically emanating from him doesn't exist. It was chill, although he won't admit that even on his deathbed. Apropos deathbed, fucking gnome. The brat showed up during that breakfast and talked to Duke for a grand total of 1 minute, while steadfastly ignoring Katsuki's existence and Steph's hand on his head. It would be impressive if it wasn't so fucking annoying. After that, it was like the floodgates of hell opened. That what felt like a million people started filtering in and out of the room randomly, and so fucking quietly Katsuki had to suppress a heart attack every time. Like, the fucking vigilantes they are, none of them make any fucking sound when entering a room, and he's gotten so used to his classmates being literally incapable of silence that this felt like being jump scared. He lasted for a grand total of half an hour before he had enough and made a strategic retreat to his room at a normal pace, with a normal heart rate. Yes. But it didn't get better. He got maybe an hour of blessed alone time and silence before fucking Todd turned up at his door and told him to come down to the cave for a demonstration and that this is not a request. So he went and got to watch a group of children to middle-aged people beat each other up. Surprisingly, the middle-aged people didn't always win. Turns out the brat is actually as lethal with his katana as he looked with the Nomu. Almost all of his mental bets would have lost him money, but Grayson won every single bet in their actual betting pool they discussed about for half an hour before, including the time every spar lasted. It was a bit creepy. And then came the dreaded question, "Wanna go for a round?" It was Drake who asked, with a fucking cocky glint in his eyes that practically screamed, "Don't be a coward." Naturally, Katsuki agreed. And then Agent Butler turned up and told him to not even think about it because, like, his injuries or whatever, fucking pussy. But then the worst of them all, fucking Wayne, asked about his fighting style and why it was so quote-unquote unconventional. Then it occurred to Katsuki that he didn't know who knew that what. Like, how much did Duke and Steph share with the others, or Todd, or Grayson and Corey? See, they all have different pieces, some more and some less, but if they all shared, they would have a good percentage of the puzzle, including his name. But apart from Todd, everyone has yet to call him anything other than Kid, Odysseus, or Dude. Does that mean Todd can keep a secret, or does that mean all of them keep a secret? 'Cause, like, on one hand, they're vigilantes with secret identities. On the other hand, they've all slipped up an embarrassing amount of times in his presence already, so it's really hard to tell whether they're morons or just way too comfortable around him. Both would be stupid. Like, in no way would they feel that comfortable around him, especially because they don't know him. On the other hand, most of them seem comfortable around Todd, and Todd looks like a walking red flag from the outside, much like Katsuki. Fucking damn it. Naturally, he didn't tell them to shut down that conversation real quick, but he did drop hints that if they wanted to know a modicum of shit, they should ask Duke or Steph, since his hair and shit is a bit hard to hide, and he also isn't planning on accidentally setting his room on fire while training his quirk. Obviously, they took the chance, and didn't care at all about the implied, "just don't bother me about it." So he spent the next few days fielding questions about his dimension. They range from valid shit to batshit stupid shit, like, "Can you tell me the genetic makeup of your DNA over there?" 3 guesses as to who asked about that. After a few days and most of the family, including Katsuki, bothering him about it, Agent Butler finally fucking folded and let Katsuki start up with training again. No sparring, but basic things like running on shit. Seems like people from his dimension heal just a bit faster than the people here. Or maybe, just fucking maybe, his nitroglycerin is coming back. Because yesterday, Agent Butler removed most of his stitches. The big shit, like his chest or arm, will stay for a few more days, but for example, his head wound is fucking fine now, and AB said that it was fast. So, it should be nitroglycerin, right? Right? Fucking wrong, because his explosions are still not back. He still stinks like hell when he sweats. He still only sparks like a Walmart dunce face, not dynamite. Just brighter light these days. Oh, how fucking far he fell. So yeah, running. A bit underwhelming in comparison to sparring, but Katsuki will have to take what he can get right now. Obviously, he's starting immediately. Currently, he's letting some introspection happen while running around the huge-ass property that does fucking include a whole-ass forest, because Katsuki is always right. Katsuki 1, dimension 69? It's fucking cold out, but that's not keeping him, because not today. Coincidentally, is dressed for an excursion through Antarctica, provided that excursions is happening at a speed of about 20 kilometers an hour. Most importantly, the excursion is happening alone, somehow. None of those bitches are bothering him right now, and he's going to enjoy that as long as he can, even if that means running a few kilometers more. Although slowly, but surely, his ribs are beginning to protest. The numbing coldness can only do so much. It's probably not all that medically promising to go running with still healing ribs, but Agent Butler said it's fine, so it'll have to be fine. His body is robust, it'll deal. A few laps later, he officially gives up. His ribs are fucked. His stamina is decidedly not what it used to be, and the cold is beginning to numb his legs, and he really doesn't need a sprained ankle on top of all the other shit he has to heal these days. He already sleeps too much anyways. He returns to his room in a comparatively good mood. Exercise and a bit of peace do wonders. Oh, shocker. He cranks the shower temperature to plasma and shoves the annoyingly colorful workout gear he'd found in his closet that morning on the floor. His hamper is gone, probably in the wash right now, and isn't that a thing? His laundry is being done for him. No surprise rich people are so useless, even when their fucking laundry is being done for them. But Katsuki is profiting from it right now, and he does actually have better things to worry about than laundry, so he should probably not complain about it. He showers relatively quickly and dries it off even faster before stopping in front of the mirror. Ever since his quirk, evolved, or some shit, his hair has steadily been going blonde. It's longer than he likes it, and there's no fucking transition. It just looks like a really bad ombre. And for a second, he contemplates getting a buzz cut and saying, "Fuck it," before dismissing the idea firmly. He'll just look like shit, and he does actually like having hair. Maybe he can cut it himself. He's not stopping for anything fancy. He's not looking for anything fancy. He just needs it to stop brushing his neck, and his non-existent skills would suffice for that, right? Whatever, he'll deal with that later. Right now he wants food, and maybe company, but that thought comes from the stupid, bad part of his brain that needs dumb things like emotional processing and human connection and fucking hugs and shit. Ugh. Unfortunately, there are people downstairs. Not in the kitchen at least, but in the living room. They're screaming and laughing, and there are the vague sounds of some kind of movie or game in the background. Fucking great. He sneaks into the kitchen in hopes of not being detected. All quiet and ninja-like the way they do it. He's been getting better at that. Sometimes they can't distinguish his sneak from Duke's. There are cut carrot sticks and a dip in the fridge with the specific ingredients and a note to please eat it taped to the container. Agent Butler does that. Katsuki doesn't know if it is because of him or if he's always done it. He kinda doesn't want to know. He has just liberated his new snacks when Steph pops into the kitchen. Oh, Oreo, you're alive. Don't fucking call me that. These bitches have taken to calling him random shit because he's still refusing to give them his name. It ranges from actual, albeit words, to random objects that sometimes don't even have an actual resemblance to him. Unfortunately, Oreos do these days. A state of affairs he's desperate to bring to an end. Okay, chess boy then. Wanna play with us? We're having a Mario Kart tournament, she offers. Fuck off. Call me Odysseus or don't call me at all. He deflects, watching as her grab a few glasses and 2 bottles of water. Nah, I don't think I will. So, you coming? She doesn't wait for an answer and instead drives her elbow into his kidney like she's fucking hurting a cow. Before he knows it, he's standing next to the couch, watching her deposit her shit on the coffee table. The couch is taken up by Duke and some new girl. A girl, a bit Asian looking. Actually, that has to be the one Wayne called Orphan. Either way, in really poor taste or very randomly, but whatever. The real problem here is Drake, splayed over an armchair and very invested in a pile of papers so messy, Katsuki would eat a sock if the guy actually got any coherent information out of it at all. It's a problem because Drake is the one guy who hasn't been bothering him. Not that Katsuki cares, but he's probably annoyed him so much down in the cave he could be planning more murder for all he knows. Like, the guy looks the part. Would probably kill someone. Hell, already has, 100%. There's no way this guy is happy with him here. He looks up when Steph clears her throat. Okay, Yin Yang. Over there is joining us. I have decided, speak now or forever hold your peace. She pauses for maybe a second. Great. Normal rules apply. Controllers are switched after every round. No maiming. Trash talk is encouraged. Whoever wins against first serve for the next chicken nugget night. And bragging rights for a week. Understood? Only one thing here strikes Katsuki as odd. He doesn't even mean to ask. It just kinda slips out. The fuck you mean switch controllers? Steph hones in on him with an evil grin. Oh, sweet summer child, our family has murderous tendencies, especially in competitions as dire as this one. This way, no cheating or sabotage will happen because if you're unlucky, you're the one who has to drive next round. Or the last. Long story short, it's because Damien tried to kill Jason over a nudge during Rainbow Road, Dick chimes in. Dick came up with it to prevent fratricide. It works surprisingly well. Fucking idiots. Not that Katsuki is any better. He still remembers that the one round of Moo Moo Meadows, he was lucky Shitty Hair was the guy next to him. Otherwise, he definitely would have been expelled. Morons. He snorts. He snorts anyways and drops into the armchair available. Coincidentally, the one with the worst view. The Asian girl produces a TV remote and controllers out of thin air and drops them on the coffee table. Katsuki is not calling her orphan. No fucking way. That's weird on so many levels. Steph grabs the red one and starts the game choosing versus mode, putting in the maximum number of races. Like a literal psychopath. But to redeem herself, she also puts in random and 200 CCM, so Katsuki can't be too mad. After that truly inordinate amount of time spent choosing the right characters and car designs, Duke is Metal Mario, Steph is Lakitu, Drake is Bowser Jr., and Asian Girl has chosen Toadette. Cars vary from absolutely useless abominations to the most basic fast motorcycles imaginable. Katsuki hopes that Steph won't drag him into driving as well. He doesn't think his anger issues would let him survive that. The first race is Mario's circuit, and it's immediately clear who here has a lot of experience and who just has good reflexes. Duke and Steph fall into the former category, Drake and Asian Girl in the latter. Katsuki himself has both. He'd smash them all in a heartbeat, obviously. But what they lack in skill, they make up with in smack talk. Drake sounds like he's gambling for money and someone's life rather than chicken nuggets. Duke drops more F-bombs than Katsuki did in the last 2 days, which should be impossible, but somehow works for him. Steph mostly screeches incoherently. Only Asian Girl is mostly silent. There are groans of annoyance and some muttered fucks here and there, but she's a bit of a silent killer, sneaking up on Drake with green shells only to lose her advantage a corner later by forgetting to drift. It honestly hurts a bit to watch. It ends with Steph in first, Duke in second, Asian Girl in third, and Drake a very pathetic fifth after being royally fucked by fucking Baby Peach of all things. Steph pulls out her phone, obviously to the death, stares being exchanged on the couch, and presses a few buttons. Okay, Duke is out. Tim, Cass, Chessboy, and I are switching. Red goes to Cass, white to Tim, pink to Chessboy, and black to me. Still not my name. I'm not taking Drake's fuck-ass 5th place. That's fucking pathetic, Katsuki says. Well, I'm grabbing the controller. Sue him. He needs some fun, and he's gonna beat them all anyways. Whatever you say, man, Duke snorts and leans back on the couch. Have fun getting your ass beat. I'm fucking winning this shit. Y'all are pathetic, Katsuki retorts, trying to find a position in the chair that doesn't involve permanent neck damage while still seeing shit. At least he's playing as Bowser Jr. and driving a bike. The hellish contraption Steph cooked up should not have won first place. The new race is Wario's Arena. Katsuki wants to throw something at the screen. Ha! I'm fucking destroying you here. I love this track. Drake crows, the fucking psychopath. Asian Girl, or Cass, gives him the finger. You're not destroying shit, bitch. You're landing in the fucking mud where you belong. Katsuki contributes and promptly shoves the bitch off track. He zooms off with a cackle while Drake threatens physical harm worth 10 years of prison. The race is brutal. Cass falls prey to a blue shell in the third lap, ruthlessly exploited by 3 NPCs, Steph and Katsuki, while Drake flounders around in the midfield. He took a few nasty bananas and has now reached 6th stage of grief. In the end, Katsuki wins, which he promptly rubs into everyone's faces, because bragging rights were part of the contract, no other reason. There were still 30 races left to go, but he has the rights now and he's not afraid to exercise them. He's also pretty sure Drake has a problem with Cass now. Loser. The next round sees Steph in the timeout chair and Drake in first, Bowser Jr. back with him. Cass gets the black controller, and with it, player 2, which will probably end in war at the front. Katsuki has to deal with Drake's fuck-ass placement again, but at least he gets Duke's company and subsequent suffering to himself. since he inherits the red controller. And so it starts again. This time in Haunted Mansion, a nice one. It doesn't get better, only progressively louder and more verbally violent. Katsuki is in no way the worst person in the room on that front, and it's oddly refreshing. Finally, people who dish out as well as him and maybe take even better. Not that he'll admit that. Unsurprisingly, the tournament takes hours. Breaks are taken to eat and drink, prolonging the horror ordeal even more. And it's noon, when the race is finally over. None of them are even on the podium. At some point, it just turns into a shit show of sabotage where everyone tries to make the person they inherit their controller from dead last, completely disregarding the fact that they could inherit that placement again. It's war. But at no point is anyone hurt, so Katsuki can't even say that Grayson's method isn't working. Everyone slumps in their chair and has to take a moment of silence. The screen plays the sad ending music of losers and shows them all they have achieved, which is a pathetically large gap to Yoshi, the winner. Fucking figures. Chessboy, you can't tell me what this was that this was not the most fun you've ever had, Steph smugly proclaims in the midst of the silence. Katsuki can't even disagree. And that was it for chapter 14 of I'll Be Wherever I Want to Bitch by TanaraRay. The end is a bit how do you say this? A bit rushed and with worse quality because I usually record when my family isn't home, but like the other day I had an opportunity, but my sister came back earlier than I thought she would, so I had to like improvise real quick right now so that I could have at least three chapters of each fic that I'm doing recorded. Well, 2 in Zootopia's case, but at least 3 chapters recorded of each fic I'm currently doing before I go on vacation to somewhere where I will have like no privacy from my sister, and 100% will not have enough time to record or shit. So yeah, hydrate or die straight or whatever the hell I usually say. Have a good whatever time of day it is, and also have a good rest of your day, I guess. And bye.